Dorsey Jr. I am here on behalf of the Kenneth Dorsey Jr. Foundation. Today, we're just going to have a brief open discussion about the community, the importance of giving back, and touch on a few points that hopefully our organization can use to expand upon our impact in the community going forward. So first, I want to shout out to Shoot Your Shot. So check them out on Instagram. They took the time out their busy day during the holiday season to be able to film this for us. They also shot our first podcast episode. So we'll look going forward, we'll have a YouTube channel. We'll post these on the Kenneth Dorsey Jr. Foundation. From there, I'll pass it off to my left.
Hi, I'm Paige Shear, and I am principal at Virginia Beach Middle School here in Virginia Beach. And I've known Kenneth since 2004, I guess, right? Oh my gosh. As a teacher, he was my student at Legal Studies Academy at First Colonial. And then I became the coordinator there, and so worked with him all 4 years of his high school career, and was working as assistant principal at Bayside Middle. I guess it must have been 2019, I think, 2018, 2019. And he reached out to me and talked to me about starting this foundation and giving back to the community. And I was just so excited because that was one of our mission, part of our mission at the Legal Studies Academy when he was in high school, was getting the kids prepared to give back and serve the community. So after he graduated from college and seeing what all he had done, I was just super excited. So I've been working with him, through the foundation since then. He's come over and helped tutor at Virginia Beach Middle prior to the pandemic, and just really excited to see him continuing to give back to his community, and it's just an important need that we have here. So super excited to be here.
Glad to have you.
I'm Zuri. I'm currently a senior at George Mason University. I actually graduated from First Colonial High School, the Legal Studies Academy, and I kind of got involved through another Legal Studies Academy graduate to introduce me to Kenneth and his foundation. And from the get-go, when they explained what he was trying to do, I fell in love with it, so here I am.
Thanks.
Yay.
So she also, real quick, she also works at Apex.
Yes.
So when she's home for the holidays, she works there. So that's one of our sponsors. So just wanted to shout them out as well. All right.
I'm Noah. I'm a sophomore at Tallwood High School. I met Kenneth at Bayside Middle School when I was in 7th grade. We had a club, and he was volunteering with the club, and he's really just been mentoring me ever since.
Oh, thank you, Noah, for that introduction. Again, thank you all of the guests for joining today. So today we're going to give the opportunity for our guests to again kind of speak towards what they've been involved with the foundation, maybe these last few months as we embark on our 2023 journey. So we'll go back to Noah.
So today, through the foundation, we worked on getting someone their library card, and this was also that person's first time in the library. Also, we reviewed the facilities to see what we can use at the library for future events, for workshops and studying times. And in the past, we do it monthly. We have a Reading Palace program at Betty F. Elementary School, and we read to the children there.
All right, thank you.
So I'm kind of in behind the scenes type of deal. So been helping promote the fundraiser, getting that around. Also been working to plan the My Hair Story event that we want to put on for the students in the area, which basically just goes over history of Black people through hair, just a way to promote self-love and teach the children about their hair. And also been working on the career exploration opportunities for students after high school, kind of give them more options outside of college and military, the traditional route. So that's what I've been working on since.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. So in the school setting, I guess, one of the biggest needs that we have that I see is awareness and bringing awareness to the kids to let them know all of the various opportunities and career paths that are out there. In Virginia Beach City Public Schools, obviously, we're a leader not only in the Commonwealth but also the country through the academies and having the ability for the kids to explore career paths when they're in high school, not just through the academies but also through the programs like the ATC and
VOTEC.
Yes, VOTEC, the VOTEC program. Just, lots of opportunities I think that kids have here in Virginia Beach, but it's still sometimes important to make sure that we get that information out there, and then to start it at a younger age. I see at the middle school, the middle school age, it's important to put that information out there. So Kenneth and I have been just talking about various ways that we can do that, and I love the fact that he's so involved and wants to bring folks from the community in. So we've been talking about actually using some podcasting equipment that we have in the schools and possibly bringing in some different career professionals and doing something like this at the school, and then the kids are able to access it right there and have that hands-on experience to meet people that are in it, that are in the career paths. And I think that would be a really cool thing to do. I just love the fact that he's very passionate. He's always sending me things to push out to my community. Go Hokies. He definitely promotes Virginia Tech and the engineering program there, which is great, because I think sometimes kids don't understand what engineering is, especially at the middle school level. So it's important to get them exposed to that at an early age, so that they can start working on those crucial math and science skills before they get to high school. So excited to possibly get that going.
And just to kind of segue off of that to that point, I didn't know what an engineer was until I got to college myself. So I know different people from different backgrounds might have family members that are engineers, doctors, lawyers, but a lot of people from our community, we only really see the sports and entertainment fields being highlighted. So whether it's like my journey, that I can just share my journey of coming from Bayside and ultimately going to Virginia Tech and kind of traveling the world, now working for Nike's world headquarters. My goal is to then like kind of showcase whether it's through my trials and tribulations, but then kind of sharing that feedback with students upcoming or even parents of students, and just showing them more opportunities to be aware of, whether it's again, the student that we brought today to the libraries in middle school, he wants to be a surgeon, so I bought him a pre-med interview book. So that kind of like will give him a seed of like where he could be, and kind of bringing that representation a little bit closer to him. So the end goal again is more so like bringing the community together, because I don't have all the answers myself, but I figure if I bring the smarter people in the room, we could figure something out. So with that kind of said, we'll maybe start talking a little bit more about what 2023 has to offer, maybe what you'd like to see. I know Ms. Shear kind of spoke to some of that. We started talking towards the My Hair Story, a few more events. So this morning, for example, I had the opportunity to come into Princess Anne High School, talk with the girls basketball team, met with Coach Dozier, got to talk with the students there, the girls basketball team. Even though it's a break right now, they understand what it needs to be great, to be great. So they're practicing now during winter break. Talked to Noah about that a little bit. So like if there's any passions you have, like that extra preparation is going to allow you to ultimately separate yourself from that competition, as well as things are going to come more naturally to you just the more that you spend that time. So that's kind of like a message to all the students in the area. You have a lot of time, so it's just a matter of like, are you going to take the accountability? Are you going to ask for help on things? You have a lot of resources. Again, like the goal is we can just put those resources in front of you in order to make sure that you're aware of them, as well as getting the mentorship connections. Noah wants to go to business school down the line. I have my MBA, but again, like I don't want to be the one person everybody's coming to, so I'll try to connect him, ultimately with like the CEO of Nike or like the CEO of Verizon or whatever the case is. And that way, again, it's like a community approach to this model. Y'all want to add anything?
I do actually.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, speaking on like bringing your resources to the students. I think that's what I like. That's what I like about organizations like Kenneth's. We have guidance counselors who are supposed to be there to guide us, but there's just such an influx of students, and guidance counselors, they can't do it all. So it's like organizations like this one are kind of filling that gap in and bringing those resources like right to the front of students, so where like they can be aware of them and take advantage of them, and there's more of a direct like impact, because we're making these connections and relationships connecting them to like people in fields of interest that they want to achieve and stuff like that. So that's what I really enjoy about running this organization. So
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And just to add to that, like this is a very like multi-generational approach. We're not saying that any one person has all the answers. So we just found out today that Ms. Shear, her son, of course he went to Virginia Tech, but they also went, her son went to school with Zurich. So again, like we're continuing to keep this full circle and trying to reach back and help who we can. Did you want to add anything though?
Yeah, I was just gonna say like, it's also like a line of like mentorship. Like Kenneth mentored me, I'm mentoring the student we have out there right now, and that student hopefully someday will be able to mentor like an elementary school student, or when he gets to high school, mentor a middle school student.
Mm-hmm.
We want to build like a sense of community and family through the organization.
I think that's important too, because mentorship is really that's the heart of what kids need right now. I really love what you said, because it's, as much as we would like to say that every counselor and every teacher and that we can reach every kid, it's hard. It's really hard right now. Coming out of the pandemic, there's so many needs that kids have now that they didn't have before, and so really tapping into these resources in the community. And I love what you said. It doesn't have to be adults. It can be I love seeing our older kids mentor our younger kids, because a lot of times I'm not even gonna say a lot of times, all the time, that's what kids need. When I think about my middle school kids, I can get up all day long and talk to my middle school kids, but at the end of the day, they see me as just an old lady. Let's just be real. I'm a hip old lady, but I'm an old lady, and they want to hear from kids that relate to them, and it's just really important for them to hear from kids that are going through the same experiences that they're going through, whether that's in high school, or now those kids are in college, and what that's like. And I just think that's really important. The mentorship piece is crucial, and I'm really glad and excited to see what Kenneth is doing with that. I think it's very important.
Thank you. Just want to highlight as well some other like community partners. So the FACE office, which is essentially the Family and Community Engagement Office for Virginia Beach City Public Schools. They have a bunch of different organizations in the community that are actually doing similar work. So definitely not to say that our organization is doing it better than any of them, but it's definitely like a strength in numbers type of approach. So whether it's us working with the Virginia Beach City Library, working with Parks and Rec, even working down the line, we have some ideas. We've talked with the Virginia Beach Police Department about opportunities to build relationships between the police department and the African American community. Similarly, we know different areas have different needs, so we're more so trying to get information from the students, from the parents, from the community, from the faculty and staff. So, for example, we talked about some ELS needs at Virginia Beach Middle, and getting tutors for students that may speak Spanish. While I know a little bit of Spanish, not enough to really connect on that level. So there's definitely some opportunity there. So we definitely have recognized that need, and we're going to start, doing some work to help out in that area. My whole thing, obviously, like there's a whole city, there's a state, there's a world around us that we can impact, and if we can kind of be the model of excellence for the world, if it started with Bayside and expanded to different areas, that's great. I definitely don't want anyone to feel like they have to be a Bayside student to be able to volunteer with the organization or give back. If you want to spread the same message or model to your community, definitely feel free to reach out. We're looking to expand to Suffolk at Kings Fork High School, as well as Oscar Smith. I have the pleasure of talking to some of the coach and athletic directors for those schools. So at the end of the day, I'm only one person. As much as I'd like to say I can do some amazing things, I know it's nothing without the amazing people that are to the left and right of me now, and also doing behind the scenes work. Shout out to Desiree Price. She's down in Florida right now. She's been day one supportive of the organization. That's how I met Zuri as well. Shout out to everybody. Y'all know who y'all are. And if you don't, because you're probably not working. But that's all right. So maybe from there, again, thank you for joining. This is our Christmas special, or who knows, I don't know. Happy holidays, and we'll see y'all in 2023. All right, thank you.
So inspirational.
Nice.